Bit drunk in a bit when I came in this shit. I might earn on my sweatshirt like tapping a bit. Straight up the rip.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back for an episode of the Satchmoe Show. Be recapping ESFL 135, ladies and gentlemen. It is, as we speak, it is Saturday. We just got done, watching the ESFL 135. Man, it was a great show. If you missed it, go back. Tadball and Skitch had a great Conor McGregor mirror match. You had Yurda and Gamplin in there in the co-main. Put on a nice little fight with a Kimbo mirror. You don't really see that too often, but the big news that dropped, ladies and gentlemen, that was the last Xbox card of the season. We do know now that Zyaf will be taking on Blake Tyler for the PlayStation belt. That'll be the last fight of the season. We did assume that the season was coming to a close pretty soon, with the holidays coming up, but it's confirmed. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a legacy fight for Zyaf. If Zyaf wins this fight, I truly believe he is officially the UFC 4 GOAT, and he dethroned Suave Jamie. Suave Jamie's been incredibly inactive. He didn't fight a single time all last season, and Zyaf has capitalized on that. While he did lose twice this season, those are both title fights. He was able to come back against Izzy. Even though he lost the first fight, he was able to win the second fight. The first fight he lost, he was using Robbie Lawler, I believe. It's not really his best character. Once he was able to get his, I think if he used Whitaker the second time, once he was able to get his fighter back, he went in there, took care of business. And, he also defeated, let's not forget, this is the first person to ever defend the Xbox belt, to defend both belts, I should say. He defeated Fadinator, who, he just fought for a title. He's clearly a great fighter. He defeated Yurda and defeated Dirty Dave. As I'm saying this, though, if Blake Tyler is just as big for him, he puts his name in this discussion. Is he the best UFC 4 player? And, he's been overlooked by his TD teammates. Now that the camp's broken up, that opens up for grudge matches. If he beats Jamie, if he comes back, Suave Jamie comes back and loses to Blake Tyler, how does that affect Blake Tyler's legacy? Does that put him above Suave Jamie? If he goes and beats Zyaf as well, what does that mean for him? I think he's clearly got to be in the discussion at this point. Now, if you ask me, this fight coming up is between the two top competitors in ESFL. This is the first time, in my opinion, we've ever had the two best fighters in UFC 4 go at it. Because that's what they are. These guys are at the top of the level. Nobody wants to fight them, man. When you sign the contract, you're not fighting because, you want to fight Blake. You think you can beat Blake or you think you beat Zyaf. You're fighting because you want the belt. Nobody wants to fight the best striker, the two best strikers in the world on each console. And it's just a miracle that ESFL is able to put this event together, give us the champ fight that we all wanted, and it's going to be a great event. Now, if we look at how the X's and O's break down, I don't think this fight touches the mat. While both of these fighters, have some grappling ability, I don't think they're going to take it there because they just respect each other so much as strikers. They really want to show out who's the better striker and who's the better fighter, and I don't think that, laying on them for, 2-3 minutes is going to prove anything, and they know that. They want to put on a show for the fans. And this is going to look, honestly, like a spar, if you ask me. They're going to be showing off what they got. They're not going to get into that dirty boxing. They're going to want to make it look pretty. Now, when I say that, if this fight takes place at featherweight, at lightweight, or anything below lightweight, I think it's Blake Tyler's fight to win. He's got the best Conor McGregor in the world, no debate. If you wanted to argue that, go fight him, because no one right now, I've never seen him lose with Conor McGregor. He is fantastic. He doesn't get hit. He knows all the beautiful combinations, those uppercuts, those straights, everything. He's got it all in the bag with Conor McGregor. And I don't think there's any way Zyaf beats him with, even if he goes Dustin Poirier, I don't see his Dustin Poirier beating Blake Tyler's Conor. Now where it gets interesting, this fight goes welterweight. Does, Blake Tyler still go with Conor McGregor? Obviously, stats are way lower, but he's got the same combinations. He's got the same footwork. All the things that makes Conor are still the same. It's just at a less, it's not quite, the same power, the same speed, but everything else is still there. So welterweight Conor, maybe, then you're cutting it close, because if Zyaf goes Usman, then there's a real possibility he takes the fight to the ground. And then if it goes to middleweight, I don't see Blake Tyler winning the fight. Izzy's got a fantastic Israel Adesanya. I said Zyaf. Zyaf's got a fantastic Israel Adesanya. He's got a fantastic Robert Whitaker. And I don't see him winning the fight because once he gets to those higher weight classes, it really benefits a fighter like Zyaf, who relies on his feints a little bit more than Blake Tyler. He uses that the fake leg kick into a straight things of that nature. I think Blake Tyler is better at movement. That's why, you know, the featherweight, even if they go bantamweight, I think that fight still heavily favors Blake Tyler. So he's got the movement, he's got the speed. Zyaf is more going to be the outside fighter. And so it just depends on what weight class is that. So my official prediction for Zyaf versus Izzy at ESFL 136 is going to be, if the fight takes place at lightweight or lower, I'm going Blake Tyler. If it goes welterweight or above, I'm taking Zyaf. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my official prediction. Put it somewhere. I never know where to put these predictions, man. Put it on your fridge. Keep it, write it down somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show, Satchmoe Show. We will catch you in the next one.
This is what they want. I'm the one. This is vintage from 1980 some. I'm the son of the pioneer.